continue singing in my head rather than singing to you because I feel like nobody needs that on a Thursday morning. But it's, you know, when you sometimes have a melody in your head. I don't know, maybe that's just me. That's very possible. Anyways, I digress. Today, Thursday, it's a chilly one here in Ottawa. It was, I left the house, it was 6 degrees. There was a little bit of frost on the car. Had to engage the seat heating. Hisa and I just had that conversation how much we appreciate having that in our car. And yeah, here we are. First day, I'm wearing my cozier jacket. Hisa has similar outfits. So we are officially, I would say we're officially in cozy season now. But what's even more important is all of the new things that are arriving this week, aka tomorrow, and some of the news and updates that you need to know. I'm going to say it once now is that this Saturday, October 4th, it is the 4th, yeah, is our Saturday open house, 10 to 4. I'll tell you more about it at the end of the video because I know some of you are dying to see our new fabrics. And I'm going to have to ask my lovely assistant for scissors or to assist in cutting some of these open because I realized I didn't prep all of my fabric. I'm going to start with the ones that are not still packaged. So there are some, this is, I wouldn't wanted to say Christmas, but this is like Nightmare Before Christmas type thing. I know that there's a lot of fans of the in between. It's like, is it Halloween? Is it Christmas? It's, you know, it's both. So this one is a French terry with these skulls and Santa hats, which I think is a fun one. I don't think we've had this one before. I'm sure there are some people that are going to be like, yes, this is very me, needed. So this available tomorrow for you. And the background is a charcoal, so you can easily go with a black, a charcoal solid, or any of the reds to combine it. Like, look at these guys. They're done really, really well. Next up. Also Santa hats, but cute. More on the cute side. Like, what a switch from the skulls to these. These little puppies, look at them. And they're all wearing Santa hats. And I'm not even going to go ahead and try to identify all these breeds because I will definitely make a mistake. But they're all really cute. And again, this is on a French terry with a white background, like an off-white background, and there's snowflakes on it. Really cute. And then we have another cute one because we always love gnomes. Always love gnomes. And this one is super cozy. Look at all these little gnomes and they all have their knitted outfits. And then there's a pattern in the background. So this is like a very neutral vibe, which I think is awesome because then you can easily combine it with a color. So if you were color blocking it, this one will go really well with like a red or a green, especially in our printed nearly solid French terries. What are they called again? You know, the ones that are printed, they are not. Can you give me one bolt, that green one right there, my lovely assistant? Yes. This one. Now I can't remember what they're called, but they're also French terry, but they're not fully solid. So look how nice this would look together just because it's not a fully flat color. I think that'd be really nice. And there's some maroons and other colors that we have that I think will combine really well with this. Next up, I'm going to go, so this one, I was, suspicious where this panel would be because I know last week we listed some panels, 2 weeks ago, we had some panels and some coordinates. And we had the Fox Devil's Wild coordinate. I'm like, where is the Fox Devil's Wild panel? And it seems like I have hidden it from myself, buried under some other cozy things. And we found it and we listed it. And this is the Fox Devil's Wild panel. And if you are not German or German speaking, you might be thinking, what does Fox Devil's Wild mean? Why that sentence? So it's a little bit of a German thing. Germans like to take their like silly proverbs or sayings and then translate them. When you like do a literal translation of one, and then it sounds funny in the other language, but in German it makes sense. That's one of the ones. So in German we say Fuchsteufelswild, which just means that you're really angry, I guess. And I just love the fox. And I have a kid who's obsessed with foxes, so this one is a really awesome one. And we do have the coordinate that is just this, which is this one. But then you can coordinate it with the printed ones as well. This is a really cool collection like that, and I have posted the pictures of how somebody did exactly that, because the background on these and the colors on these are all the same, and then you can mix and match them, which I think is really fun. So panel plus the other things. So if you're making a little kid sweater, sometimes the panel can be enough, but definitely for an adult sweater you'll need this and another meter of a coordinate to make it work. Just like Madame Hisai did here. And you can see how tall these panels actually are. So this is the, it's not called Unicorn. Oh, it's called Unicornique panel. And this one on this tall lady is like mid-thigh, a little bit lower than mid-thigh, and it goes all the way down to Hisai's knees. Because she's just a tiny bit shorter than this lady here. And then she did put, so she used the coordinate panel of fabric on the sleeves, black glitter ribbing, glitter details. If you haven't seen the little reel that we did, definitely take a look at that on our Instagram. But that is one of the panels and what you can do with them. I'm going to continue with the fabrics though here, and there are some cute ones for the little ones. And I love these neutrals with just a little bit of color. Especially if you are sewing for maybe a new arrival and don't know the gender or want to stay neutral. These are some really, really cute fabrics for that. So these are jersey, 95% cotton, 5% elastane, and they're really beautiful for that. And I absolutely adore these little squirrels. How cute are they? There's some acorns. There's like the bundled up squirrel, and then the squirrel with an acorn, the squirrel, lots of squirrel. That's a hard word to say in every language, as far as I know, because squirrel, hard to say. In German, Eichhörnchen, also a little bit hard to say for some people. What's squirrel in Japanese, Hisai?
Lisu.
Oh, lisu. That is probably the easiest squirrel word I'll ever heard. So we'll just call it lisu. This is the lisu, and it's very cute on jersey. This print. I love a good ombre, especially when it's understated like this one. Look at this. They call it, I think it was fall fruits, they called it, and it's just really, really gorgeous. It's like a really gorgeous print. So the background is like a speckled charcoal watercolor, and then you have all of these outlines of ferns, and you have the maple thingies, the maple seeds, and other flowers, kind of like a dried flower type look, but those are then overlaid with a really warm fallish ombre, and it's really beautiful. This in a dress, in a sweater, in a cardigan, joggers. It's just a beautiful coloring that picks up. It has anything from like the pinks to some maroons and some reds and oranges and whites. It has all of those colors in it. So I think this is a really easy to wear type color for anyone, even somebody as pale as me, because I usually struggle with the reds and the dark colors. But I think because there are some hints of the light and the pink in it, works even for me. Next up, so many good ones. Don't you all love it? I love it when it's such a good arrival week. So this one, my assistant missed, but I can do this. I can do this. I got it. I got the magic touch here. There we go. This one, I would say it's a black background, but when I say black, then a lot of people tell me, no, it's blue. I think it's black. What do you think, Hisai? Second opinion. it looks black. I think I'm in the correct light to identify it as black, but I've made that mistake before. But this is black. So black printed background and these beautiful flowers, and I'm holding it upside down. Let me see if I can put it down so you can see it better. How gorgeous is this? This is definitely what I feel like the fall fields, like wildflower fields, do look like here. Like when I take my kids to forest school, I feel like this is the coloring that I often see. Depends actually on the week. I feel like every week we walk into the forest to forest school, because they go once a week. It looks different because there's a different flower still standing. One week it's yellow, one week it's purple, one week it's really interesting until it just turns white, until we get the snow. So this one, really beautiful. I love how they did the accents of the apricot in this one. And this one is a modal French terry, which one of my favorite bases. We don't get them very often. Haven't had any in a while. So if you haven't had modal French terry yet, it is, I'm just gonna look at the composition. It's 60% cotton. So modal blend French terry. So it's 60% cotton, 35% modal, which I absolutely love, because you get that softness of the modal, but you still get the body of the cotton, because sometimes the pure modal, excuse me, can be very slinky. So depending on what project you made, it might not have enough hold if you're doing something like this where you want something on a collar. So this one gives you the best of both worlds. It's a little bit softer than just the cotton, but also still has more body than just the modal. And that is one of them. And that was it for the knits, but we do have some wovens, some holiday prints right here. Very festive. This collection, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So this collection is called Emmett and Ivy by Sweetwater. And we have 4 of them. So we have the ornaments, the red ornament outlines on white. We have the white outline ornaments on green. And look how beautiful they are. Look at the line art. So nice, very intricate. And then the matching vertical stripes with them. So you can absolutely mix and match them for gift bags, which I'm going to talk about in a second, or really anything that you want to do in these Christmassy colors. You could make some napkin holders, you could make some placemats, or a table runner for the festive days, bows, so many things. Next up is these 3. This one is the Tiny Christmas by Lizzie House. And we have 3 prints from this collection. Number 1, those little elves. Look at these elves. The elves with the presents, and there's a reindeer. Super cute. And this is on the cream background, but it has some of that pink speckle on it. And there's also this gorgeousness in it. There's these stamps. Look at these cats. The little cat, I think it's cats, cat stamps. Then there's a pheasant, more cats, Santa, mushrooms. How cute is this? So many cute ones. And then last but not least, the candy canes. And look, the candy canes have little faces. Somebody should make a song about these. Just like, Steve Le Poisson. Anybody know that song? How about the candy cane that also has arms and legs? I'm sure that somebody can come up with something creative for that. And then last but not least, we have the Rifle Paper Holiday Classics. I think this is from the Holiday Classics 3. And these are really hard to get. So I'm glad that we were able to snatch at least these 3 for you from the number 3 edition. So there's these cookies, gingerbread cookies. And this is a metallic print, so all of these stars are metallic gold. And we have it in the green, in the sandy cream color, and then matching this beautiful, is this holly? I don't know what plant this is, but it's beautiful. This is also really nice for our hanging oven towel kits. I do want to talk about gift bags though, because you might have, if you are a sleuth and you look at our website all the time, or our Instagram, you may have seen our new tutorial for the gift bags. So these are different from the ones that we made in the past years. This is a really, really nice design that Hisai herself designed, and it is available for free on our blog right now. And it has the nicest tunnel. I have to show you this. The tunnel, the way it's made, because I think that's always the biggest problem, is to finish the edge of the tunnel so that you don't have a raw edge. So look how nice this looks. And it's, oh, don't judge me, I made this one. Clearly I didn't match up my edges, but it still works. And this one is one that I did with decorative stitches. So I made this panel with the decorative stitches on my sewing machine and some Madeira poly neon thread. Look how nice this is. That's all I did. They're not even perfectly straight lines. That's also why I did them diagonally, so you can't really see. But anyway, so I did this one. This is the medium size. And then the pattern also has a small size for some smaller gifts, which are often the best ones. And then it has a big size. Of course, you can adapt that pattern to any size that you want, but those are the measurements that are given in the pattern. And it's available for free on our blog, and it'll tell you everything that you need to make them. If you are coming this Saturday, or anytime really, but this Saturday we're debuting them, we have these kits for the bags. So the kit will come with 2 times half a meter of fabric, so one printed, one in that near solid, because there's some of that beautiful poly neon that matches this collection in it, so that you can make a bag like this. And I think everybody has this on their machine. Almost every machine I feel like has these little stars or something fun on it. So the thread, it comes with a piece of stabilizer, because it, so that I wouldn't get puckering, I did put some tearaway stabilizer under it, stitched it, and then you just rip it out afterwards. It comes with a roll of ribbon, on instruction sheet and the QR code, and it's available on special in the shop, so definitely stop by this weekend. And then last but not least, for the knitters, we have a holiday themed sock yarn, which I feel like we were always too late to get them, and this year we were able to get one of the Meilenweit Christmas editions. Look, it even has a little Christmas wreath on it. So these will be available tomorrow as well. I know that there are some new pattern magazines for some of the alpaca yarns coming out by Lana Grossa. Of course, not quite in time. I think it's today or tomorrow. And then sometimes they're not translated into English right away, but definitely you can check on the Lana Grossa website. You can already look through the magazine, but as soon as we have the English translations, we will also post them in the shop. But if there's one that you see that you like already, you can always just let us know, this is the magazine I saw it in, that's the number, and then we can hook you up with a set for that. Then again, this Saturday, October 4th, come by to the Mimi shop at 260 Terrence Matthews Crescent. We will have the kits for the bags at a special. We will have some fabric and yarn specials. We will have a sample sale. So if you've ever seen some of the fantastic sample bags that we have here, some of them go for sale. Not everything, no, not everything will be for sale, but there will be some that will be available. So if you've ever been eyeing one of those, that is your moment. And we will have a pom-pom making station where you can learn how to make pom-poms using some fantastic tools, and you can sit and make them and then take them home afterwards. So I hope to see you there. All of these beautiful things that I just showed you will be available tomorrow, 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you have any more questions, just drop it in the comments, and we'll get back to you. So thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.